Hello Generals! Welcome to episode 4 of the Namibia series. We are almost on day 7. South Africa is history. And we now have a coalition of 2, Namibia and Chad for the time being. And as we are expanding in Africa, in the southern and southeastern part of Africa, I start to worry about Saudi Arabia. As we mentioned in a previous episode, Saudi Arabia is the most experienced player in this game. He is level 96, so we have to keep an eye on him as well as the moves of the other players. The main focus now in the game is for us to coordinate well with Chad, our ally, and if possible accept more members into our coalition. For this reason, I started the discussions with the European coalition and the leader of that coalition, which is Germany. My first impression is that they are not keen on merging our two coalitions, so I start looking elsewhere for allies. In the meantime, we are almost finished with Angola. Zambia is progressing well as Mozambique. I have now in my hands quite a few gunships, so I use them against my enemies, which they seem to be inactive. Our ally Chad is progressing in Congo, but he leaves out many of Congo's cities, so he doesn't capture the cities, which is a problem and a potential threat for us. Now let's talk a bit about ranks. We have started this game on day 1 on the country ranks at position 49. Then on day 2 we were at position 43, day 3 position 23, day 4 position 6 as well as day 5, day 6 position number 1, and from now on we are in the first 3 positions in the game. The problem with that is that my rank as an economy does not match my rank in the game, I mean in terms of victory points, VPs. So I have to work on my economy harder if I want to have any chances of winning this game. Because of the state of my economy, I have to be really careful on what I will research. So I made up my mind, no navy for me again, and probably I will, let's say, substitute the navy with a naval patrol aircraft, so NPAs for me, and of course the heavy bombers, my favorite unit in the game. Before we move on, please remember to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our new videos, and if you leave us a like, it would be much appreciated. Moving on a bit, I'm starting to get worried about the Europeans, and I study their moves carefully from now on for the rest of the game. In the meantime, in South America, not much is happening. Players seem to be inactive and things are quiet there. So the focus now for us is to concentrate and find the right allies to give us a chance to win this game. So for this reason I start looking at the ranks again and try to find the most active and let's say strong, experienced players and try to convince them to come to our coalition. In a way, I feel like a salesperson. I try to sell them a membership into our coalition. Anyway, but this is the interesting part about this game, and this is the difference between Conflict of Nations World War III with other strategy games that you have to play alone against AI and something, let's say, which is silent and more or less predictable. This is unpredictable because of the real life players. So after discussions with my ally Chad and after trying to contact different players, we managed to bring into our coalition India, South Korea and Nigeria. Nigeria was a suggestion by Chad, probably because he was scared that he will attack him from the west, and South Korea was a suggestion from India. One important tip here, if you are the coalition leader, is that you should always leave one slot empty in your coalition. Do not fill your coalition with 5 members. Why is that? You always leave out one slot, you leave it empty, in order to use it for diplomacy, for diplomatic reasons. Now back to our game. 2 things happened after all that with the coalition and the memberships. First of all, Germany invaded Morocco. This is really bad, and Nigeria did not move fast as I instructed him, and now the Europeans are in Africa. So I had to make clear to the Europeans that they cannot expand further than Morocco in Africa, and I made that clear to Germany so they know that we will attack them if they continue to expand in Africa. The second thing is that Chad informed me that he will be inactive from now on because the guy had to work. So I have to move fast with my coalition before our enemies realize that Chad is inactive. So the pressure is on now, and you see how difficult it is to be a coalition leader, How many things you have to do and how many factors to take into account. As the game progressed, things became a bit more complex since India was attacked by the Pacific coalition, so he was faced with an invasion from the sea, a potential invasion from the sea by New Zealand, the Philippines, and from the north, Kazakhstan, which was a really experienced player as well. So while all this was happening at the same time, and I was more or less overwhelmed with information and I didn't know what to do or which, let's say, front to prioritize, I received a message from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia decided to become active, and since he decided to become active, we had a discussion about Egypt. I told him to stay out and things like that, and then I start to make it a bit more friendly, the approach, and I tried to convince him to come to our coalition. Let's not forget, as I mentioned before, that Saudi Arabia was the most experienced player in this game, so if he decided to become active, I really wanted him to come to our coalition. It would be a game changer and a strong message against the Europeans. Of course, I overstated the fact that the Europeans will attack sooner or later Saudi Arabia. So after a lot of messages back and forth and a lot of trying and convincing from my side, Saudi Arabia accepted. But he rose the question, but who is going to get out of your coalition? So this is the time where I did not follow my own advice, and I had 5 members in my coalition, so I decided to send out South Korea. He was not, let's say, experienced player, and from the kind of units he was using, he could not be of any help to the rest of the members of this coalition. So I decided to kick him out. So the deal was sealed and Saudi Arabia agreed to join our coalition. A diplomatic triumph, I must say, because I spent a lot of time trying to convince this guy to come with us. So by day 14, Saudi Arabia became a member of our coalition. This was a game-changing move for our coalition and a strong message to all other coalitions. Now we had really good chances of winning this game. As for me, Namibia, that means that I can now focus undistracted on strengthening my economy and take full advantage of the Security Council membership that this new account offered me. The trouble did not stop there, of course, because India was suffering from the islanders, the coalition from the Pacific countries. So we had to do something about it. But we're running out of time for this episode as well. All this we will see it in the next episode. Please remember to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our new videos, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.